Konnichiwa minasan, it is I, Erika Klash, coming to you all the way from my brand new revamped bedroom slash home studio here in New York City. And today I'm bringing you just a sort of quick 2020 year in review slash life update slash hopes and wishes for 2021. I've never been the kind of artist that posts a ton about their personal life or their life out of drag on the socials. I tend to keep the art sort of front and center. However, over the last couple of months, we've all been dealing with some level of social isolation due to the pandemic, and it really got me thinking what it means to interact with you all on a genuine level and really share a little bit about myself that I don't always share. So I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about what this year was like for me, some of the challenges that I faced specifically, and really what I'm looking forward to in the new year. So without further ado, let's get into it. My year was kind of off to an emotional start. Towards the end of 2019, I broke up with my partner at the time, and I made the decision to move back to New York City from the Bay Area. I'd been living there for the past 3 years, and something was just telling me that it was time to be home. I don't know quite what it was. Maybe it was that I just really missed my family, and I decided to come back to New York City, but it was very emotionally difficult. I was trying to heal from, the heartbreak of a breakup, and I'm gonna get my life situated all over again. For those of that have done a cross-country move, it's challenging to pack up all your stuff and put it in a box and ship it off. It took me a while for me to even get my stuff back. It took several weeks for my stuff to ship all the way from California, and then I kind of had to stuff it all in a storage unit until I could get a permanent place to live. I did get to do 2 really fun gigs at the beginning of the year. The first was Charlotte, North Carolina, on my birthday, which was incredible. In February, I got to go to Boston. I got to work with Valencia, ! and Saint. That was really, really fun. My sister adopted a puppy. I just wanted to introduce you really quickly to Ripley, to our pup, Ripley Ghidorah Feline Torres. My sister adopted her on my birthday, January 25th of this year, and she has been keeping us happy and healthy during quarantine and giving us lots and lots of love. And then in March, I moved into where I'm living now. I moved in with my sister. She needed a roommate. I needed a place. It just kind of worked out well. And not 2 weeks after I moved into here, we got the word that we would be sheltering in place for who knew how long at the time. At the time, we thought it would be a few weeks. It's now obviously been almost a year. So while everyone was kind of diving headfirst into digital drag, I still didn't have like 90% of my equipment or any of my drag. I only had maybe a handful of costumes that I had taken out. That was a little bit, honestly, disheartening because I was already kind of stressed out about moving and going through emotional changes about that. At the time, my sister was putting in really long days at her job. She's an essential worker, and she is literally in the business of feeding those in need here in New York. So I was kind of helping her get through that. And it took me a while to get all my stuff back because for several weeks while we were in lockdown here in New York, I didn't have access to my storage unit at all. So I was just sort of looking at my closet and seeing the maybe 3 outfits and a few wigs that were in there, and just trying to make it work. I did get to do some digital drag in April and May. That first round of digital drag videos are here on my YouTube channel, and I put some on Instagram TV as well. In May, we started Pastel Gore online. For those of you that don't know, Pastel Gore was the show that I created in San Francisco with Rock'em Sakura, Cash Monet, and Kai Kabi Michaels. When I moved to New York, I was planning on creating Pastel Gore NYC and having those 2 shows kind of running alongside each other and sort of being a bi-coastal drag collective, bi-coastal drag show. And we're still that, but unfortunately we never got Pastel Gore NYC fully off the ground. We just basically pivoted to the online digital drag space. The summer in New York City was pretty calm in terms of COVID. Since we were at the height of the pandemic, we've enjoyed a relatively low infection rate. I was starting to be creative again. I had all my things with me. I had my sewing machine back. In mid-August, Club Kids UK reached out and they let me know that they wanted to move forward in preparation for the UK tour. I had been working on some sketches when they called me, so it was like perfect timing. When we went to the UK, we did a 2-week quarantine. I got to spend lots of time with Rock and Jimbo. I got to meet so many fans who are passionate about drag, passionate about us as artists, and although it was a little scary at times, it was the time of my life. And it really reminded me what I love about drag, and that is being on that stage, exchanging energy with the crowd. Towards the end of our quarantine, I hired Cash Monet to do some photo sessions with me before we even got on the road. So it was really great to have that time to kind of get these looks well documented, because we had such a tight schedule while on the road. Unfortunately, we did not get to travel to Scotland, Wales, or Northern Ireland because of the restrictions in those particular countries of the UK. However, we are planning to move forward with DragFest UK next year. We're hoping that COVID is in a better place by then, and that we'll be able to not only do DragFest UK, but I'm also going to be planning with my booking manager to hit some of those additional cities that we didn't get to hit the first time. And who knows, maybe some dates in the Republic of Ireland and other dates in Europe could be on the table as well. Of course, 2020 has been a really rough year, no matter who you are. I've been relatively blessed. Luckily, no one that I know has been taken by this virus. I have a roof over my head, I have food in the fridge. I'm really, really blessed as people go. And I always was taught, by my mom to count my blessings, and I do that every day. But there were certain points in the year where I really had to tune out from the world. And you may have noticed, certain stretches of time when I was kind of radio silent. I hadn't really posted anything on the socials, or I just wasn't really as easy to get a hold of. Some of those kind of personal challenges that are unique to me were kind of, compounded on top of the normal sort of things that everyone has been going through, the lockdown, the isolation, being unemployed. And on the one hand, I always felt kind of guilty about that, because me being me, I've always been very hard on myself and always expecting more and more productivity, more creativity. The beginning of the pandemic was one of those times. Another period of kind of me being silent was these past few weeks. This year has been tricky for me in that, there have been things that have had to be put on hold, or opportunities that just were not in the cards due to the pandemic. And those moments were really hard, because you feel like a situation that's out of your control is, keeping you from being happy, from living your dreams. Those moments really, really got me down, especially towards the end of the year, after spooky season, after the dust settled on the tour. It was really dark, and I feel like also when I'm not performing as much, when I'm not on stage, when I don't have that adrenaline rush, or even that social outlet, I feel like sometimes I can start to forget how good it feels to be an artist. And I get a little bit in my head about myself. I start to have a bit of self-doubt creeping in. I think people see drag queens as being this beautiful, glamorous persona, but we have struggles underneath that, and there are things that get to us after a while. Despite any of all that negativity, 2021, I am determined to make it a positive, a happy year, and to continue to be on your computer screens and your iPhone screens. The word of the year is going to be newness. It's going to be moving forward. I'm going to continue and taking care of myself, my non-drag persona. I don't want to say sorry, because I don't regret ever being away from you guys or ever taking a step back. I don't ever regret that, because I know that time is well spent. And if Michael is healthy, then Erika's healthy, right? That brings us to now. I took some time to sort of get myself ready for the new year. I was able to invest in all new filming equipment, all new furniture. This room has space now for a backdrop if I ever want to do photo sessions or videography with a backdrop. So the first thing that I am really, really excited to launch in 2021 is my Twitch stream. Streaming on Twitch is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I've had folks reach out to me from Twitch. I've done bookings at their headquarters in San Francisco. My Twitch channel is going to focus entirely on Nintendo content, but I really want to focus on retro gaming, my Pokemon content, and really just build a community. I'll be getting into drag, and then we'll do a few hours of, whatever game that we're doing. I actually set up a wall of all of my fan art, a bit of photography of myself as well. This wall has a lot of room to grow. If you have any fan art of me that you've drawn something that can fit in a picture frame, please feel free to ship it to me, and I will keep it on my wall forever till the end of time. And whenever I'm streaming or filming content, people can look at it and enjoy it. I really want to continue doing more digital drag in the new year. I have lots of ideas in my brain that I cannot wait to get on camera. Some of them are numbers that I put together specifically for the UK tour. Starting in January, I'm going to be able to host Pastel Gore Online because I'll have all my streaming equipment set up. Pastel Gore Online is every third Thursday of the month on twitch.tv/CashMonetDrag. And I believe I'm going to be hosting the January 2021 edition of Pastel Gore Online. On my YouTube channel, I'm going to be bringing to you Nerd Alert Season 2. So for those of you that have seen Nerd Alert in the past, that was a series of videos that I did in collaboration with Trish TV here on YouTube. Crimson Kitty and Kai B. Michaels are going to be my co-hosts, and we are going to be filming them on Zoom. We are going to be doing more Pokemon content, of course, and I also want to do some Sailor Moon content. And speaking of YouTube, there may be some overlap between my Twitch stream and my YouTube channel. There are a few video ideas that I have, specific topics about Pokemon or other things that I really want to go into. I have an entire collection on Pokemon Home that I cannot wait to share with you all. And so that's probably going to be one of the first sort of topic related gaming videos that I'm going to do on YouTube. So there are a few ways to support me as an artist right now. The first thing you can do is just send me a tip on Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. You can send me a request for a video on Cameo. If you're interested in buying merch, I do have some merch available. I actually just got these babies in from the printer the other day. So these are going to be now on sale. I also have a few of these Suspiria posters here from the UK tour. But I just want to say thank you in advance. Thank you in retrospect for bearing with me as I kind of, deal with growing pains and just, hashtag transitional moments this year. And I know that 2021 is going to be full of lots of bright, sparkly drag for me and for us all. And so everybody, please take care this holiday season. Stay safe, wear your mask, take our Metamucil before you go to bed, and I will see you all in 2021. Mwah!